a jungle out here. You got to survive.
You rather see me in the pen than me and Lorenzo rolling in a benzo, searching my car, looking for the product, selling narcotics. They put out my picture with
survival for addicts on Drug Row means getting what they need to get high, and anything they need can be bought here.
You got heroin and cocaine and probably any other drug that's out on the street. You know, the more you've got, the more you want. It's something that you never really have enough of.
inside, grab it like a rabbit.
Life in these pockets of the inner city unfolds on the street. Kids hang out on the corner. Street kids who are growing up too fast. Kids who have learned that money buys respect.
Money talk, all that other, you know what I mean? If you ain't got no money, people ain't gonna give you no respect around here.
As long as they don't come and try to rape my sister or something, you know, that's it. They can sell as much as they want.
Even these young children of the projects are being exposed to the drug scene in their own front yards. This is the A.D. Price housing project near William and Spring. We just found these discarded hypodermic needles here, needles that could easily become playthings for little children.
I stuck myself with a needle.
Children like 5-year-old Candace, who pricked her finger with a drug needle while playing in the courtyard. Her mother thinks addicts should be more careful.
When they finish using whatever they're using, throw it away, dispose of it right, because she 5 years old. I want to see her get 6, 7, 8, and so forth.
Then there's 5-year-old Monica of the LaSalle projects, who shows her mother where she bit off a needle and swallowed the contents of the syringe.
I was chewing on it and I swallowed it.
I'm angry. My daughter should be able to play outside without having things like this laying around. I'm concerned that my daughter might show up with AIDS in 10 years.
These are all hiding places all in here. They'll stick them in there. We got another one down here.
The housing police are also concerned.
The junkies are out there. They don't care about little kids on the street. They can care less who picks the needles up, who finds them. They don't care. As long as they're doing their thing, that's all that matters to them.
Cocaine can damage your brain.
Tomorrow night at 11, the only ones who can really make a dent on Drug Row.
He shook his head, thinking of the mess. Then the cops came with a warrant for his arrest.
Rich Newberg, News 4 Update.
Authorities point out that drugs cross all cultural, racial, and ethnic barriers, and that drug problems exist in suburban as well as urban neighborhoods. But because the urban poor are the most easily exploited, their neighborhoods are now the drug battleground of Western New York.
Well, tonight's special assignment report takes us to the front lines of the drug war. And for those living on Drug Row, it's a very tough fight. But there is some hope. Rich Newberg and photographer Scott Alexander found it among the rap songs of the street.
Drugs, say no, it's no good. Makes you rob and steal your own hood. Alcohol, cocaine and pills. Crack, LSD and dope kills. It's no joke, it makes you choke broke. Enough of it will make you choke croak. Let me get into the subject.
This is the rap of a defiant young anti-drug group of Puerto Ricans on Buffalo's Lower West Side.
Enough of it will leave you insane. A lot of addicts out there.
We're the ones that's starting to get together.
Like
there's
you said,
other
we're
people.
The new generation.
Yeah, we're the new generation. We're the ones that's gonna have to start and make our way up. And take other people with us.
We're the future, that's all.
But for the present, these $20 bags of cocaine are more popular than a teenager's anti-drug rap. These bags were bought by an undercover sheriff's deputy this week. One buy was made in this very playground on the Lower West Side. The deals took less than 2 minutes each, both in broad daylight. Deals like these are going on every day and night at all hours in many neighborhoods.
Let me see it, man. I want to see it first.
We were able to tape this negotiation for cocaine with a hidden microphone and camera. This addict wanted the cocaine in stone, its purest form.
You know, I ain't trying to get burnt, man. That's all powder, man. I like stone.
Just walk out on practically any corner. Or your next door neighbor, maybe the person live upstairs from you might have it even.
For Frank Lynch, the problem was across the street.
People going in and out the houses, you know, the people looking at it.
He helped evict his own niece, her 6 children, and her boyfriend, hoping the niece would be forced to seek help for her cocaine habit. Her children were the innocent victims.
That was the whole thing. Their clothes never was washed.
What food?
Well, food, if you looked in the refrigerator, maybe you saw a sausage in there. Who's going to eat one sausage? All 6 of them?
By the name of crack, and they say it's good. So people get addicted and they start to bug where they will shoot and kill just to get that drug.
But as long as easy money will keep the dealers adorned in gold, the children will suffer. And the attitude on Drug Row from those who say they know the laws of the jungle is let the weak fend for themselves.
No senior citizen is going to stop a big organization, a multi-billion-dollar enterprise. No senior citizen, no blue-collar worker.
Well, don't believe the hype.
No little man is going to stop these billions from coming in. Because once they take the little man, there's going to be another little man to replace him. Once they take the big man, there's going to be another man to replace him. So it's always going to be a chain reaction.
He's looking for the car. He's looking for the car. He's nervous as hell.
Tomorrow night at 11, a growing police presence on Drug Row. Rich Newberg, News 4 Update.
There is a growing police presence in some sections of the city of Buffalo where drug dealing is a way of life. Tonight's special assignment deals with enforcing the law. News 4's Rich Newberg and photographer Scott Alexander take us on both sides of the battleground tonight as the police try to win back neighborhoods from the junkies and their suppliers. Tonight, part 3 of Living on Drug Row.
Get out the car? Yeah, get out the car. You too, sir? Yeah, once you get out the car, you're out the car, right?
2 men coming in from Niagara Falls are searched for drugs at a Buffalo housing project after leaving the apartment of a known dealer.
Passenger's real nervous, so something's happening. This guy's really shaking.
A third man, believed to have the drugs on him, bolts from the scene and makes his getaway.
Can you come in here? Let him come in here.
It's a cat-and-mouse game on Drug Row in many neighborhoods, and dealers who say they can make $5,000 a day on the street are always aware of the risks involved.
You gotta be, just calm, cool when you see the cops, don't panic. For young kids to work for you too, because it's less of a risk that's seeing that they get in trouble. It'd be easy to beat the family court system. You could just easily, bam, get them out.
You are now witnessing a cocaine deal in progress, recorded by a sheriff's hidden surveillance camera. The dealer was eventually arrested. Watch the drug change hands.
Keep a constant pressure on the dealers, and if we can keep the pressure on, get them off the streets, seize their asses, seize the money, seize the cars, seize their property, we're going to make drug dealing very, very expensive for them.
It is also costing people their lives. Police believe the execution-style murder of Ivan Ware of Fox Street Monday may have been drug-related. Tuesday, a machine gun and other weapons were confiscated at a Greenfield Street home, along with nearly a kilo of cocaine. Here on the Lower West Side, a series of raids and the death of Hector Trinidad have touched off deep resentment and anger on Drug Row. Trinidad died after being arrested by Buffalo police officers who said he had choked on a bag of cocaine.
A cop will beat you down for anything, even if you're clean or anything.
If you're gonna bust me, you gotta do it the right way. How you just gonna jump the gun and throw your cars all over the place and try to embarrass people when all you're doing is intimidating them, making them mad, so mad that one day that somebody's gonna hide in one of these houses and they're gonna be driving by and they're gonna blow the car away.
This kind of talk doesn't seem to bother Officer Andy Ortiz, who has gotten to know a lot of the kids who live on Drug Row by name.
Good, no drugs, work.
Except for he had hepatitis the one time.
He says there is a sadness here that tends to bring the whole neighborhood down.
I feel sorry for the young kids that have to walk through this every day. And that's why, if you see when I'm around, they won't congregate on the sidewalk. They won't abuse people. They won't approach cars like they do when you're not around. They like to let the people at least have peace some of the time throughout the day.
A little peace in a war zone is asking a lot these days. The junkies and the dealers own certain sections of the inner city, and until they are driven away, hypodermic needles will remain the playthings for little children. Little children living on Drug Row. Rich Newberg, News 4 Update.